Previously on Subspace.
I must tell you all of the story of a young child named Vecna. What's your name?
And I'm like holding my chest together. Corin Attleberry. You remember the name, and I'm gonna walk off.
What's your purpose? What am I doing here?
Rule for the Overlord.
He's worried about his child, but he's going to come for me eventually.
The Necronomicon has been stolen.
What village was attacked?
See, the Dark Elf looks at his notes and he says, looks like the village was by the name of Eagle's Crest.
And I think
Are we
focus.
supposed to save this whole realm? I don't think we can.
Your blade reaches out towards the fireball and you cleave the fireball in half and it goes flying through the air and dissipates into the sky. You people are always complaining about the human condition and don't realize you're being oppressed by a greater foe. Yeah, dude, ominous music. Ominous music. It means something, right?
It does. Look, it's
Someone's
ominous,
dead.
too.
Someone's dead.
Is someone dead?
Someone's dead.
Hey,
Someone actually is dead.
Oh my god. It's like a puppet.
Just her face, dude.
You know, she's just like,
Fuck, I remember when you guys got that cat.
Oh my god. Something about how you like centered her face and she looked at the camera. She was like, okay. So, let's jump right back into this. The sun has risen. You're all sleeping family in a larger tavern, or larger inn room. Each of you are down 1 silver piece. Mark that on your sheets when you have a chance, please.
I'm busy.
You hear what sounds like some commotion and chattering outside of the inn you're staying in. As you all begin to awake as the sun has risen. Demonia, beside your bed, you feel something poking at you. Wake up! Get out of bed!
I'm gonna involuntarily like hit that kid in the face.
Yeah,
Just
you
like
swing
just a
around
slight,
and you,
like
you smack him more in the face and he falls to the ground. He goes, ah!
I'm like,
So it's a fight then, huh? And he gets onto your bed and he starts just slinging and slugging at you.
my
Damn.
god.
He's not
I'm
really
gonna grab him by-
inflicting pain, but he is like punching you in the chest.
I'm gonna grab both of his little hands and be like, oh my god. How long have you been here?
He looks at his hand like he's like looking at a watch, but he's not wearing one.
No, he's not wearing one.
2.5 hours?
Here? In here.
Like standing right here? Yeah.
Oh.
He
You
gives an
can't do
innocent
that.
Smile.
I'll hit you again, kid. I'm not
Don't.
gonna mean to, but I'm gonna hurt you.
Well,
You
I was
just-
hearing some commotion outside, but I didn't want to wake you guys.
Is there a window in my room?
There is a window outside, yeah.
I'm gonna get up and look out the window.
You get up
like, where'd you-
reluctantly, I assume, and you go towards the window and you look outside. And the inn is across the street from where you guys met Rios on that bench near the meat keeper's restaurant, or his what do they call it?
Butcher?
The
Butcher,
before
thank you.
restaurant.
The butcher's store, and you see where the butcher's store is now a giant hole in the wall. Like the whole wall collapsed, and there's just a bunch of debris and rubble all over the street. There's a couple of guards standing there, a couple of civilians standing there. People are chattering to each other. And give me a perception check while you're looking at it, actually.
Okay. $16.
Yeah, you look over, and when you keep looking for a moment, and you see Mort's like right next to you, kind of on his tippy toes, looking out the window, trying to see as well. And you see what looks like blood splatter on one of the walls inside the butcher's shop. Does not look like it was blood from him butchering an animal. It looks like it was blood that was spewed.
I'm gonna just take a deep sigh. Be like, come on, kid, we gotta get the rest of them. I kind of sluggishly make my way out. Do I know where everybody else is in the tavern? Like, do I know where their rooms are?
You're all in the same same room.
Oh, we're all in the same room?
It's one of those bigger, like, party
Okay.
in rooms where you have, like, 6 beds.
We got this.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. I'm going to go around and just gently nudge everybody.
Okay. You all
Like,
get
"Good
nudged, and
morning."
everybody starts waking up, and you kind of all gather around each other. And Mort just
Like
kind of speaks out. And he's like, "There's a commotion outside!"
Like, he
Okay.
woke me up in a much less gentle way, so I'm going to hope you thank me for that.
As
Take a look
Demonia
out the
says
window.
that, Mort's kind of like punching the side of her leg with both hands. Just,
Oh my god, I hate kids. I'm just going to motion for everybody to look out the window.
I will make my way over to the window.
Like, can you
Flanagan
reach-
reluctantly makes his way over to the window and looks outside.
Oh.
So I
Awesome.
don't know when that happened.
There's a straight. Oh, do we mean the big hole?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would definitely mean that.
Everybody
Probably
give me
100%
perception
of the time.
checks on what you're seeing when you're looking at it.
Oh, I already
Except
did
for
that.
except you.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
Got me a 20.
Oh, Flanagan does
20.
not see it. Corwin, you see it. What'd you get? Or weed?
9.
9. So Corwin, you see it. You do see inside the shop, after all the rubble and the collapsed wall, there is a spray of blood on the wall.
Ooh, there's some blood in there. Look like a bit of a splatter happened.
Doesn't look like
Well, it is a
blood.
butcher shop.
What?
I'm gonna
Corwin,
grab.
from Demonia and Corwin both know from looking at it with your perception checks that the kind of blood splatter is not of a professional. It was like a slash, very unprofessional, slashed. A butcher is pretty renowned at being able to contain a blood splatter from chopping up the dead animals. This does not look like something a butcher does.
This blood pattern doesn't make sense.
Really?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
grab Orweeb and like lift her up a little bit in the window and point
She's like,
and be like, "Do you see? Do you think
I
that
can
was
only
him?"
see like the top half of the building, and I'm like,
Right.
something's wrong.
And you're like, missing
Demonia, you
something there."
lift up Orbweeb and you point her out towards the window, and Orbweeb, as you lift it towards the window, you do see now the blood splatter on the
Wow.
wall inside the
Be
shop.
like, "Do you think that was him?
No.
Like that might have been
Good.
his."
I'm gonna like struggle my way down.
It's all
Just
better
kicking
now.
your legs.
Okay, let go of me.
You guys turn around, give me perception checks and all of you while you're continuing the conversation.
Perceive that
19.
Mort is probably halfway across the road now, and
Mort's in there
Good
licking
eight.
up the blood.
fucking for real, that's what we're perceiving.
Dude, how'd you guys know?
It's getting predictable.
That's not good.
Mort's a
Fucking kid.
predictably
I'm kidding.
large pain in our
Kids are
ass.
predictable.
Yeah. If there's a pain in the ass thing you could be doing, is probably doing it.
It's leaving us to go explore.
Yeah.
I rolled an 8. That was worse than my other roll, so.
Alright, so what did everybody get?
19.
I got 10.
10. What'd you get, Corwin?
19.
19. Okay, you all continue the conversation and you don't notice.
I didn't
Like,
notice
well, we-
either.
Nope.
Oh shit.
Alright.
Was that fucking 18? Did Mort notice anything? Give him a chance. He's obviously had a good eye.
Did Mort?
Give him a roll!
Mort.
I
Mort
didn't give him a
can't.
roll. He's not,
Can
he's not
I-
on the
can
actual
I make a
campaign,
pers-
so you can't see it.
Oh my god. I'm going to look at everybody and be like, "Hey, we should probably." I want to know what that is.
We should get
What's
Bob
your
involved. Is
Finnegan's
what you're
take?
saying.
I'm gonna look
I
over
want-
to Flanagan and be like, what are you thinking, dude?
Well, there's a blood splatter. Something definitely happened because there's a whole wall collapsed into the street. I do see a couple of guards, but they're not wearing the Royal Army uniforms.
You see he's looking out the window again, like he's continuing to examine.
I would say, as far as concerns about dealing with the Royal Army, I think we're okay. 'Cause I don't see them anywhere. We should probably go see what's up.
Bob's on the case. Corwin's gonna Make it
God.
way out.
Okay.
Bob's on the
Corwin makes
case.
his way out. You guys following suit?
Yeah, because Bob's on the case.
All right.
Bob's on the case.
You guys all step outside, and across the street, you see a guard talking to another person. Give him perception.
That one's an 11.
20.
13. Hey.
All right, you guys
I
collectively see it.
perceive.
You see a hooded figure standing about 4'1", talking to a guard, has his arms crossed, and as they get closer and closer, you see a voice, or you hear a voice, and it goes, "So what do you think happened here, huh? Do you think we need to get involved?"
Can I run up behind him and grab him by the shoulders and yank him towards me?
Yeah. You run up behind Mort, and you yank him back towards you, and says, "Oh, wait a minute, this is our business!" And he's like kicking, trying to get away from you as you pull him away.
Our business.
I'm gonna stop and in the most quiet parent voice I can be like, "You are hiding. You're a tiny shadow behind our shoulders. Okay?
Okay.
You're a small, silent man."
He gets kind of sad and goes, "Okay." And he kind of
Grown
gets
men
behind
and-
you and stands back and gets away from the situation.
So yeah, just kind of push him behind me. Be like,
You look
"Come
at the
on."
guard, he's looking at you. He's wearing like blue leather clothing with a somewhat of a cape draped over his back, has a little acorn on it. And he looks over to you with a chainmail cap. You see he seems to be of a half-elf nature, a man probably in his late 20s. Looks over to you. He goes, "This is a crime scene. I'm gonna have to ask that you back away."
It's reasonable. Sorry, kid's not mine. Don't worry. And I'll just turn around and walk back to the group with him.
Okay. You turn around, you walk back to the group, you guys all regather to each other. And you see how Flanagan just looks down to Mort and he just goes,
What the fuck? What the fuck?
"I'm sorry."
You-
No, that was actually how the hell? How did you get out there so fast? I'm kind of impressed.
You know,
Yeah,
I've
you
always
were
been
able to
pretty
do
good
that
at
really
hiding.
easily.
I kind of just wanted to make sure you guys didn't see me leave, so I used to hide from my dad a lot and run away. So it's
that's
kind of what
too
I'm really
sad.
good at.
Leave
my
that to
God.
yourself, kid.
Okay.
Shut his feelings
looks down.
down.
He looks down
I'm
and
not-
quiets. "I'm
Oh
sorry."
my god.
He's fine. Like,
What would you guys
all
like
right.
to do?
Look at him and be like, "Do you think we should find O'Reilly? Ask him if he knows what's going on."
Does he sell cart parts?
Hmm.
It'd be really funny if he did.
That would be really funny.
Flanagan
he has
approaches
to be part of the
the
Royal Guard.
Flanagan approaches the
Ow.
guardsman and he says,
Hi. Where is the Royal Army Guards? Did they already depart?
yeah, they departed sometime last night."
Oh. Okay.
He walks back over to you guys, kind of shakes his head.
Oh, hold on. Let me try something. Can I go back into the inn real quick and use disguise self?
Yeah, what is the
Make-
parameters?
I can make myself look like any person that I've seen with the same amount of appendages, and I can match their height up to 1 foot taller, 1 foot shorter. Make myself fatter or thinner to make an exact replica of that person.
Okay. Does the spell
Wow.
require any parts or anything
Nope,
like that?
because it's
Nope.
a warlock invocation, so I
Okay.
can just do it.
You just do
and
it,
it lasts
alright.
for
You know-
1 hour.
So who are
That'd
you
be really
trying
funny.
to become?
I'm trying to become O'Reilly.
O'Reilly?
Wow.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
It'd
You.
be really funny if you just walked in and then walked back out with a mustache. I'm sorry.
It is me.
I got this,
What's
guys.
going on here?
All right. So as you walk into the inn, you do see the innkeep, and there's like a dining hall to your right, and there's some people standing around, and you're in the main lobby right now. There is about 2 people standing near you. Do you just do it?
No, I'm gonna try and go up to our room.
'Kay.
That
So
we
you
were
go-
at. I'm gonna go up there, change, make myself O'Reilly, and then come back down.
All right, you go
Yeah, we haven't checked
upstairs,
out yet.
you walk into the inn room, you close the door behind you, you begin waving your hands across your chest, and it seems like it almost just materializes over you, like you're putting on some kind of clothing, but instead It's a shimmering effect, and you become the look of O'Reilly. Demonia, Orweeb, and O'Flanagan, and Mort. What do you guys want to do while you're waiting for Corwin to come back?
I'm gonna turn around to the group and be like, so what do you think his plan is?
I don't know.
I bet he's gonna go back into the inn room and use some kind of weird witch magic and become looking just like my brother.
I would expect that.
Does he?
How does he?
That seems like a stretch.
I'm sorry, we mind
I don't
readers
think he's
now.
gonna do that.
Never having seen Corwin use that kind of magic before.
Literally never.
He just
I know
strikes
exactly
it on
what
the
you
head.
do.
He's
Like I
yeah.
said, it's getting predictable.
Oh.
Oh my god.
As just as
Well,
you guys
whatever
say
he's
that,
doing,
Corwin steps back outside and says, "Not Corwin, it's O'Reilly." And
I'm gonna look it up
O'Flanagan-
later.
Okay, so O'Reilly walks out of the fucking indoors. Oh, hey! I thought you left.
Fancy meeting you here.
O'Reilly, welcome back. Is there some unfinished business you need to take care of, or?
We'll chat later. And he'll walk up past you guys to the guard.
Okay.
So, explain what happened in this scene that is here.
You see the guard looks over to you, and he looks you up and down. And he goes, "The Aarakocra? I thought
Yeah.
you guys departed last night. What are you still doing here?"
Are you in a position to be questioning me? I asked you a question.
Give me an intimidation check.
He said,
Can I
"I'm
help?
the one
Can I
asking
Or
help?
persuasion,
questions."
your choice.
Yeah.
21.
I'm no one.
21. Demonia, what do you want to do?
Never mind, that actually worked out. Continue.
He says, "Oh, sorry, sir. So sometime last night, between the time of morning and the time the Royal Army departed, there was a break-in into this butcher shop here. Looks like somebody quite literally bashed their way in and proceeded to slaughter the butcher keep. We
wrong.
found a couple of body parts all throughout the village. We found a forearm, a leg out in the forest lines, and we found a head severed from the neck."
So we can confirm that who this person was then.
It was the butcher keep, good sir.
It was the butcher. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Do you have people of interest?
Not yet. We just kind of began this investigation, but we would suspect it could have been someone from the Royal Army. But it'd be blasphemy to try to accuse them in a death sentence. We did have
They'll
some
stay between us.
newbies come in yesterday.
Who are they?
I saw there was another Aarakocra and a strange-looking fellow who just looked like he was ran over by a carriage 4 or 5, maybe 6 times. Then we had another.
Maybe he just had a rough life. Maybe you don't need to be judging people.
I guess. I mean, okay. Then there was a tiefling. They look like they got hit with a bat, like twice at least.
Does Des Moines hear that?
Twice at least.
Give me perception.
Okay. I'm so sorry to be like this. It's my character.
No, I like it. You do not hear that.
Beautiful. That's good. Continue.
And then the last one was a little short, like, person. Looked like she crawled out of the forest.
It's a little short thing.
All right. So
And then there
Instead
was
of the little one.
there was the cloaked fellow. Couldn't really make him out, but they dragged him away just a minute ago.
All right. Well, good work. Your name, the soldier.
My name
Guard.
is Godric.
What?
Todrick?
Godric.
Oh.
Bold.
Godric. At this point, I do have some individuals, those nice folk standing over there. They're part of the investigation squad that I had to come back and help get to this area. So I need them to take a look at the...
But we never saw them arrive, and why weren't they with you yesterday?
Oh, it's because I went out to go get them. That's why you saw me leave, and that's why I'm back.
Persuasion.
He said, because I fucking said so.
Fuck.
I'm the boss.
8. I think I'm gonna need some kind of official certification from the Royal Army that you have an official investigation squad occurring on this mystery here, since it happened only a few hours ago. That's fast turnaround time for you guys.
But you're right. That's some paperwork that I didn't get set up just because this happened, so I had to get the team assembled quickly. They were already in the area, so I don't have the documentation with me.
Roll persuasion.
Squad.
And Des Moines, what do you want to say?
I'm gonna kind of run up. I'm gonna
17.
see that this conversation has just gone on for a while, so I'm just gonna kind of run up and be like, "Wait, first, am I hearing this conversation? Do I need to roll perception on that?"
Give me a perception check. It's not a super
Okay.
high DC, but you might only be hearing bits and pieces because you're also
Okay.
trying to not look suspicious.
Yeah, that's fair. I got a 19. I
You're
think
hearing the
I wanna make
majority of
sure.
it.
Okay, I'm just gonna catch the drift that he's kind of not believing him.
Okay.
I'm gonna run up to O'Reilly
All right.
and be like, "Hey, what's taking so long? You brought us all the way out here. Are we gonna go in or not?
They're
I mean,
just.
I'm a busy person."
I know. I apologize.
I mean-
Godric here is just needing documentation proving that this is from them. I told
It
him
happened
that
hours
this.
ago. Of course, we don't have the documentation yet.
I know. He's just following protocol. I understand why he's needing to go through with this.
Red tape.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody died here. I'm gonna look at Godric. Like, somebody died here. I mean, this man was ripped to pieces across the village. It's just horrible.
They just need a quick look. That's it.
Oh, okay. Fine. I can make an exception just this once, but next time we need certification. I mean, O'Reilly, aren't you like a general commander now? What are you again?
Captain.
Captain of
The tax revenue. We just came through here.
Captain of tax revenue. Like you're the captain
No.
of the whole. Like
No. My
Hey.
squadron is to help gather the tax revenue. There's several
yeah.
of us set up.
What's the name of your squadron?
A lot of questions coming from you right now. I just need them to look.
I gotta
Secretary.
make sure I have my ducks in order because my commander in chief is gonna question me for not having a certification.
Tell you what. If you grab your commander-in-chief later and can have him come find me, I'll be more than happy to talk to him, but this is above your rank.
He's actually standing right over here. Hey, Dixon! And see, the guard
Yes.
nearby walks over, and he goes, "Is there a problem here?"
Yeah, you
Well, there
have
shouldn't be.
you have a guard here questioning my authority. That's one problem.
And who are you? He kind of seems like slumped back, like he doesn't really care.
You not know who I am? I was just here mere yesterday.
Yeah,
Part of the-
you and the guy last week and the other guy last week. Scum like you trickles through this village every week, wanting more
Scum?
and more money.
So you're calling the Royal Army officers scum. I could have you detained for such things.
Try it. I have lived many decades, and I am so sick and tired of all of this horse shit. All of
Okay.
these royal armies, all of these commanders, trickling down into my asshole, trying to puppeteer me into doing whatever agendas they have that morning.
Well, to get me out of your rectum, let me do my job here.
Your job is to bring me a certification.
Correct. Do you not want this murder to be investigated further?
We are handling the investigation.
I can see that by your overall demeanor.
Give me a intimidation check or a persuasion.
Come on.
Whichever route you want to take.
22. Yeah, I'm gonna say that with really some gusto behind it. Yeah, by your intimidation, I can see that. Now let me in, do my job.
Fine. Go in. Kind of waves his hand, and some guards stand out of the way, and you guys are free to enter.
O'Reilly will wave to them to come forward.
All right. You see O'Reilly waves you guys to come forward. O'Flanagan does start walking forward, and Mort close by O'Flanagan also walking forward.
I'm gonna actually pull Mort towards me and just kind of let O'Flanagan know, hey, I'm just gonna stick with the kid over here.
All right, I'll let you know
He
if
doesn't
we
need
need
to do
you.
that. Sounds good. Holler.
All right, you guys stay back. O'Flanagan catches up to you guys, and you're standing inside this shop. Looking at the blood spew, go ahead and give me a investigation, one of you. $17. Okay.
17.
Demonia, you're looking at the blood splatter, and you see the blood splatter arcs across the wall, going upward. Give me a history check.
Okay.
Or a survival check, your choice.
Can I do a survival?
7. Looking at it, you're not familiar with what kind of blade could cause this, or what kind of technique would have caused this, but you are familiar with the idea of the blood splattering on the wall and arcing while it's doing so. It was some sort of upward slash that hit a blood vessel and caused it to spew on the wall. So a butcher, typically they have hatchets that go downward. So a sword rising upward is not something that would occur in a butcher's shop.
I'm gonna turn around to everybody and be like, so this is...
You just
this
want to relay
looks
that?
unfamiliar. Basically the thing you just said. I'd be like, there was an upward slash taken here into an artery. This is
Corwin,
not
you
the
can
work
give
of a
me
butcher.
you can give me a survival check, and Flanagan will also do a survival. Actually, give me an intelligence check instead.
Just straight intelligence?
Yeah. Oh, Flanagan knows.
Nope. Man, Bill on that one.
Nuts.
Oh, Flanagan kind of turns to you guys and he goes, sorry, the voice.
This is not the work of a weapon. This...
You see he's kind of looking at the blood splatter, amused, and he goes,
It was some kind of talon or claw, and it just looks like it was a slash, and that caused maybe they went for the neck, and that caused the blood to arc up against the wall like that.
you see he's in deep thought, trying to evaluate the blood that sprayed across the wall.
I'm gonna look at O'Flanagan and point at his talons and say, well, that doesn't look good for us, does it?
Yeah. No, but now I'm genuinely curious. O'Reilly wouldn't do this. Would he?
No, I would not. Nope.
Oh, yeah,
Sure wouldn't.
no, you definitely wouldn't.
Nope.
You see he's still just looking at it, somewhat still lost in thought. The
Can
guards are kind of
Demonia-
standing outside, just talking to each other.
While we're in here, can I just do like a quick perception check for any coin that's in the building?
Yeah.
I'm still slimy.
Person just died hours ago. Like, well, they don't need this coin now.
Well, I'm not gonna use it. I had a 13.
As you're looking around for coin, you don't really find coin, but you do find a piece of flesh on the ground
Oh, that's
behind the
worse.
counter.
I'm gonna kind of pick it up with my 2 fingers and hold it out to everybody.
Okay.
Like, well,
you
I
hold it
found
out.
more of him.
Everybody give me an investigation check. It's pretty high DC.
I'm assuming not me.
I
Not
got
you,
an
you're not
11.
in there.
Can I get some Mort
16.
time?
More time.
we'll get
I
to
mean
you.
that.
We'll get to you.
Okay.
Let's see. So 14, 11, and 7. Okay. So none of you are really sure what this flesh is. It's definitely not skin. It seems to be something of the internal nature.
Hmm.
I'm gonna chuck it in my bag and be like, well, maybe I'll figure it out later.
Okay.
Ew.
We'll put it in
Keep
your
looking
bag.
around.
Gross.
All right. Orweeb,
Gross.
you're outside with Mort.
Yeah.
You're outside with Mort, and he's standing next to you, and he goes, "Did we get to go in there? Someone's dead, huh?" He looks up to you.
Yeah,
Fair
bud. Someone died, but I didn't want to go in there, and I thought maybe you would hang out with me, since I didn't want to go in there.
Okay. What do you think
know it-
happened?
I don't know, but it's kind of scary, huh?
Yeah.
We just talked to him yesterday.
Yeah. I wonder. You know, last night I thought it was a nightmare, but I did hear like a big bang. Like it was like
Yeah?
a boom. But it woke me up for a second, but I kind of just went back to bed.
Yeah. Did you hear anything else?
No, not really. Maybe I
No.
might have heard a scream, but it's hard to know if that was my nightmare or if that was real life. Kind of looks like he's thinking
I'm
internally.
gonna sit down on the ground and kind of get comfy, and just say like, "Tell me about your nightmare, dude."
Well, my nightmare was me and my dad, and he was chasing me through this big hallway, and I was running as fast as I can, and he was reaching out to me with these giant claws, and before I woke up, he went and he slashed towards me, and then I woke up to the big bang. Then when I went back to bed, it was just kind of like nothing. But that's like every night. I always have nightmares.
Do you always have nightmares about your dad?
Yeah. You
Do you
he
know
looks
where
kind
your
of
mom is?
sad. No, Mom's been gone for a long time.
Has she?
Yeah, they told me she died giving birth to me.
Did she?
That's what they say.
Okay. It's okay. We all
I never
have
really
a
knew her.
sad backstory.
Huh?
That's okay. I just said we all have a sad backstory.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. I never really knew my mom either.
Really?
Yeah. And I've been alive a while.
How old are you?
I'm like, I actually forgot. Sorry.
No worries.
Fucking no.
I know, right? Well, and it's hard too because, like, if you're not like a human, then your age could be like so different. Yeah, we'll just go with like 30. I'm 30.
Oh, you're 30?
I've been yeah, I'm like older, but like my maturity level is like younger, if that makes sense, because I'm a half elf.
I thought you were way younger than 30.
Maybe I am.
No, I
don't
thought
remember.
she was like in her late 20s, early 30s.
I
Okay.
can't find it on the damn thing.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm 30 actually. I was right.
Yeah. they're
You're
just
like
older.
you're the oldest person in this team.
Which is funny because my maturity, like my like intelligence or maturity, isn't.
Yeah. Okay, so
You're just
um,
recently not illiterate.
Yeah.
so Moore is kind of listening and he goes, "You're 30 years old?
I am 30 years old.
What kind of adventures have you been on?"
Oh my goodness. I have been on the most beautiful adventures. I have scoured the woods. I have become one with the forest. And I have seen all that nature has to offer. And it's been beautiful.
Yeah, as you say
I
that,
swam across lakes.
as you
yeah.
say that, you do hear Muse coming, and Steve kind of joins up with you guys as he's been gone
Oh,
for
hell
about
yeah.
the past day, running around.
Fair enough. You've got to explore. Oh, what's up, little guy?
He kind
I'm
of
gonna
just
start
sits and
petting him.
wags his tail.
I'm gonna start
There's so
petting
many
him.
NPCs, it's so hard to keep track.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I
Uh,
know.
Okay. So, do we get to join in on the investigation, or we just gotta sit here and wait forever?
Well, we're gonna wait for them to come back. Because I didn't want to go inside.
And then we
I
fight
don't
the
like
guy
all
who
the
did
fun.
it?
Well, I think the first issue is we gotta figure out who did it. And that's gonna
Yeah.
be the hardest part.
That
And
is
we
gonna be
don't
hard.
want to falsely accuse anybody. Because that would be wrong.
Yeah, I guess.
So we gotta make sure we know exactly who it is first.
Back over to Corwin, Des Moines, and Flanagan.
Yeah, more
You
time.
You stash the flesh into your bag, and Corwin, you're just looking at the blood. Flanagan's looking at the blood, and Flanagan turns to O'Reilly.
Okay, so maybe we should find out what the guards know.
From what they said, they found pieces of the butcher. Forearm. They found the head. It was kind of strewn throughout town. It looks like the butcher was ripped apart. The suspects they have, unfortunately, are all of us.
And we're at the crime scene.
Could have told
Yeah.
me that before I busted in here with so much gusto.
It's alright.
And then put
we, have
a flesh in my bag.
we have a decent cover. It'll be alright.
Awesome.
Right now,
Can we
with us,
skip town?
yeah, I think we should leave.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the hell out of here before we become prime suspects.
Let
I'm
me
gonna
try and escort you guys out of here. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna stop him before we walk out and be like, "You need to be better at this."
I've never-
stuttering.
Damn.
You're an official.
I've never done this before.
Figure it out.
As you guys are preparing to head back out towards the guards and outside of the shop, back to Orb and Mort, you guys are standing there with Steve, and you hear one of the guards. You overhear them speaking to each other, and one goes, "You think they, this is like the one who did it comes back to the crime scene situation, or..." And that's something you hear one of the guards say while you're hanging out with Mort.
I don't know what to do about that.
I'm gonna look at.
I'm just gonna keep a closer ear out and kind of start like eavesdropping on their conversation now. Like that piqued my interest enough that I was like, oh shit, I gotta keep a close ear.
Yep, okay.
And just make sure like I know if they're gonna do something and just kind of keep a close ear on their conversation and try to keep Mort's spirits up
Yeah.
All right,
and
I'm gonna
distracted.
look at Corwin before we walk out and be like, "We need to sound like we're in a serious conversation about this investigation before we leave." As we're leaving,
Okay.
we need to be actively talking about next steps as we walk out. I feel
Yeah,
like they're
mumble,
going
mumble,
to think
mumble.
it's us.
Mumble,
Yeah,
mumble, mumble.
mumble
Yeah,
grunt.
words,
Mumble.
phrases,
okay.
words, mumble, mumble.
As we're walking
Mumble?
out,
Word, phrases.
I'm gonna just very boisterously as we're walking out be like, "Well, I think I've gathered what we need. On top of what we have seen, what you told us from last night. I mean, this is just looking like a horrible, horrific murder. I mean, obviously somebody had some malintentions against this man." And I'm gonna walk directly up to one of the guards and be like, "Do you have any understanding of anybody who would want to hurt this man?"
No, the butcher was actually always a really nice guy. He had the best prices.
I had a small interaction with him. I came and bought some meat off of him, and he seemed like a very gentle man. It's the only interaction I've had with him, but I mean, this is brutal.
He
Somebody
nods his
really
head.
had it out for this man.
Something of this caliber, we've never seen a crime on this scale around these parts. But, we've never seen you guys here either.
This is part of a larger investigation. That's why. Report all your findings to the Waterfall Citadel.
Persuasion check.
Come on, that was good. That one was good though.
Fuck. It was a 17 and it rolled to a 7. Got 10.
No.
Who should we send the reports to in the Waterfall Citadel?
Send them to the Ortanga squad, for they oversee all things within the Waterfall Citadel. Once there, they will relay it to me. But the Ortanga squad's much easier to get a hold of since they reside within the Waterfall Citadel. If you try to get a hold of anyone else, it'll be difficult. Ask for Roderick. Report everything to him.
Okay, you see, he takes out kind of like a pen and parchment. He goes, Sir Roderick? Ortega squad? Looks up to you
Yeah.
like he's looking for confirmation.
Correct. Within the
Ortega
Waterfall
squad.
Citadel.
Waterfall Citadel. Okay. We'll send it by Raven with all of our findings by tomorrow morning.
I
Perfect.
prefer
Thank you.
Crow.
Crow? Okay, we'll make it Crow. Make sure it's Crow.
Sorry, they're difficult.
Well, I like to get my job done right.
That's why
I mean,
we
this is
have you here.
horrible.
It is. Alright, we're going to continue on looking for further things. We're going to try following the trail out of town here. We just had to grab some things, but thank you for your service. And your name again was Godric?
Godric.
Okay.
And my commander-in-chief is Dixon.
Okay.
Dixon.
I'll be
I'm
sure
a-
to report Dixon to the authority of the Waterfall Citadel, and I'll sing your praises there as well.
Oh,
I'm
thank
gonna
you.
walk up and shake Godric's hand. Be like, "Thank you for your work today."
He shakes your hand back.
I appreciate your
He's super
understanding.
excited to meet you guys.
That's
If you
cool.
ever need people in the Royal Army, I'm always looking for work. He's still shaking his
Our-
hand rigorously.
we'll consider it. We'll consider you. Thank you for your time today.
Your job here is very admirable. For the time being, stay here, but I'll think about it.
Okay.
I appreciate
but-
your patience with us.
All right. You guys walk back over
Dear
to
Godric.
Orbweeb and Mort and Steve.
What's up? I didn't
We gotta
say
get
that.
the fuck out of here.
We
I
need-
didn't say that.
Yeah, I fucking figured.
Can I run back to the inn real quick and deactivate this shit?
Yep. You go back to the inn, deactivate your disguise self, come back outside as Corwin, and you regroup with the party.
Oh, at the it's just an inn, or is it an inn and tavern?
It's just an inn.
Just an inn. Okay.
We should probably go to a tavern, get some food, and then
I think we
Hit the
have
road.
some on the cart still.
By the
We
way,
only
you all
stayed a
long
day.
rested, so make
Yeah.
sure you take that long rest.
I did.
I also have
Yep.
some
I needed
rations
those
on
spell
me
slots.
personally.
Okay. Well, then I think we should just pack up and
I think the sooner
Get
we get
going.
out of here, I think the sooner we get out of here, the better.
So we're going
Thank
back on the road again? The road again?
On the road again.
On the road
Sure.
again? Sweet! You see Mort starts running down the road, going back towards the horses.
I'm
Alright.
gonna keep like a
No.
light jog up behind him.
Yeah,
just to make
same.
sure.
I can't let that boy out of my sight.
All right. You guys get to the wagon. You give your ticket to the keeper. He looks to you very lazily like, and he's like, ugh. I was like, was that 1 or 2 days?
Technically, not even a day. It's like 12 hours, maybe.
12 hours? Yeah, whatever. Just take the horses. They don't need to pay.
Appreciate it.
You guys all load
Thank
up in
you,
the
kind
horses.
sir.
You guys strap the horses down, and you continue on your way.
Oh,
To
yay.
Baden's
On the road
Rock.
again.
On the road again.
On the road again.
I don't know any other part of that.
I didn't. As we're like heading out, Corin will come. I didn't like that. That was stressful.
Yeah,
Yeah, it,
I wish I could
it
do that.
seemed bad.
I'm
Yeah,
genuinely curious on what caused that, though.
Here's my
Well,
theory.
What did you
Now that
guys
we're-
find out while you were in there?
Demonia found a piece of flesh that we can't identify.
I'm gonna pull it out of
Oh.
my bag and be like, "Do you know what this is?"
Give me
May
an
I
investi-
find out what it is?
Give me an investigation.
Okay, O'Flanagan, don't tell me what to do.
Give me investigation.
Give me a- That's like
Okay,
world
God, I'll do
breaking
whatever
for our
you want.
characters.
My immersion.
My immersion. No,
It's broken. End the session.
you better roll good. I want to know what the fucking flesh is.
Yeah, me too. What, survival or medicine? Can I do medicine?
Sure.
Oh no, someone's vomiting. No! Kai, don't go under the bed! Oh,
Dang,
please don't do that.
natural
No,
one.
no! No, Kai! Oh shit!
She doesn't even
Did
know.
I really roll a fucking nat one? Are you goddamn
Yeah.
kidding me?
No.
Did I?
rolled a
I'm
one.
just kidding.
I think he just threw up under my bed. I just rolled a nat one in 2 ways, guys. Kai, stop it!
That was a
If you're
meadow
gonna
now.
throw up, I need you to-
I want you guys to know what it is too, but you're not rolling well enough. Sorry.
Can I look harder?
No.
All right.
You
Alright,
don't
I
need-
haven't taken a look at it. Can
God damn it, it's under my bed.
He hasn't taken a look at it.
I
Okay.
take
Why would
this?
you do that?
Game
I'm
medicine.
waving the flesh wildly to everybody on the cart.
You want survival?
Medicine or intelligence check.
A flat
Please.
14.
You are able to determine it's in part of an organ.
Did I really roll a nat fucking one? Oh
Yeah.
my god, I did.
We're
Yeah, you
past
did.
that now. You rolled it. You don't know shit. All right.
Yeah.
You don't know
We're
shit
a
about
mile past that part. We're already on the next section.
it. We left the city.
Yeah.
I died.
Yeah, you look at it and you are able to determine that it is part of an organ of a human.
Oh, this looks like a piece of internal organs of a humanoid species of some sort.
Oh, ew. I'm gonna put it back in my bag.
You can take it back now. That's gross.
Maybe in the next town we get someone to look at it and see if they know.
Do you think they believed us?
I think we got to be careful about just
I don't
bringing
know.
up pieces of flesh to
To someone we
people.
trust. We don't just go up to a random merchant and be like, "Hey, man,
Right.
what do you think
What's
this
this?"
is?"
Guys, I think the Royal Army and the Cult of Vecna are the same thing. Did
I agree.
anybody? I think that is our. I think we have the entire Royal Army against us, and I think they're being controlled by the Cult of Vecna.
That's super helpful because there's 5 of us. One of us is a child.
But didn't he? He said that they were trying to figure out what the hell happened to the Waterfall Citadel during our chase, and we were being chased by supposedly the Cult of Vecna. Well, if they're being controlled or they're in cahoots with them, why would they not know it was them?
Well, so he said each general is called the 7 deadly sins, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
So we had our fight against the Avatar, the greed, general greed person. So that means there's 6 others, possibly, that they're reporting to someone. Did O'Reilly say how they report directly to the king, correct?
No, he said that
Sounds
it
like
was.
they report to somebody who then reports to the king.
Or
Yeah,
the
he said the only people
all
who
black
report-
armored person.
Yeah, the guy in all black armor and O'Malley.
And
I
if
have a
he-
feeling O'Reilly is not a high enough rank to know about the Cult of Vecna because he didn't know anything about it. But
And that-
he's
That's a
also an
possibility.
infiltrator of the Royal Army.
The Avatar
According
of
to
Greed
him.
told us you have not seen
The last of them.
the Cult of Vecna. So they've got to be connected. If he's the same man that went missing, and he's taken over by the Cult of Vecna, what's not to say
That all of the rest of those commanders, commander generals or whatever,
that he knows
Right.
nothing about?
Could the black armored
well, he knows
person
about
they're
the
reporting to
generals.
be this Vecna person?
Do you
Or
think
be the
Us is
Harbinger?
Vecna?
Oh,
Or the Black Armored
king?
Man is Vecna?
I think maybe the black,
The black
armored.
wasn't the black armored man Greed?
No,
No.
that
Oh,
was a.
different black armored man.
So the 7 deadly sin generals they report to the black armored man
Oh.
And O'Malley.
and
O'Malley.
and O'Malley. Because when we saw or when I saw him, he wasn't really wearing. Although that was at a party, so I wasn't really wearing armor.
The wagon
What
is
I'm
kind
saying
of
is-
just bumping some rocks on the long trail, and you hear some horses neigh here and there as you continue the conversation. Trees pass by, the sun slowly starts to fall.
I just think we have. If one came after us, he's involved with it. He's also a general. I'm afraid that we have 6 more to face against.
I think they were only after us because we had the egg.
I was gonna
But
say.
now we're in
well,
alliance with.
And now
who
that we
has-
don't have it, I don't think they're going to come after us, or at
Unless-
least be on
We
the
might-
lookout for our
if-
whereabouts.
If we did kill Greed, though, now they have every reason to come after us.
And they know that we know where the.
One of them by now?
But I feel
But-
like they know that we know we had the egg, and now we don't have the egg. So they know we at least know where it's at. Or I mean, I guess we don't now, but they don't know that.
That's true.
We have information.
I guess. I just feel like we would have run into one of them by now if we did kill Greed at least. Don't you think they would be on top of that? Try to get the people who did it?
Well, we're nobodies, so trying to find a few people within this entire realm to track down after a storm, like our overall tracks are pretty much covered by that storm. And Lyric, he probably went back and took care of any evidence that was left behind, giving us that time to get away. So that could be why they haven't been on us. They could be on our trail, but our trail back there was pretty slim for them to try and find anything.
They said that there was no bodies, no trace.
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe we just haven't run into them yet.
And start knocking on the wood of the cart. Like aggressively.
Like,
I don't know why I'm doing that, but I'm doing it.
So
something
we got
compels you.
Probably
those six after us. We have. I'm personally wanted in at least 2 different counties here in this realm.
That's just a me thing.
Don't know about you all, but now we have a royal army issue going on.
It might be a good idea to mention that I'm also wanted by. I got in a bad financial situation a while back, and I needed some money.
Dinky's ass out of here. That's
I
just
needed,
fucking
Sure.
butthole, bro.
Sorry, I know
I needed some money, and I borrowed from a loan shark who I didn't know had ties with another faction, some kind of mob, and so they have a bounty on my head. But that was a few years ago, and last time I had to deal with a bounty man was probably about a year or 2 ago. So they might have given up on that. But I did owe them about 5,000 gold pieces, I think.
You guys get in a lot of trouble through your
Hey,
life. My
hey.
goodness.
I did not. I didn't do nothing.
I did.
Just accused of murder. Did not murder. I didn't start actually removing life until I met all of you. Actually, so
You know what? Same.
Are we evil?
no.
Are we
we
the bad guys?
Are we
Are
the
we the
drama?
drama?
No,
Are we
not
the
the drama.
All right. Well, now Bob is having come to a self-realization now, so that's fun.
As the conversation fades and so does the daylight, we enter a 1.5-week time jump. During this 1.5-week time jump, many things have happened. Conversations, events, etc. We start first with this. It's late night. The wagon is bumping on the road. Everybody seems to be pretty sleepy. The only ones awake are Orbweeb and Mort. And Orbweeb's kind of looking up at the night sky, and Mort kind of like yawns a bit and leans up and goes, actually just yawn a little bit.
I know. I was gonna say. I think you said yawn and just started yawning.
Yeah. Mort goes, "Hey, Orbweeb,
What's up, dude?
how come you guys have all that, like," yeah, wiggles his fingers, like the thing? Like you can do the
what?
thing?
Oh, are you
like the
talking
pew,
about
pew?
magic?
Yeah, is that the
You know what
name?
magic is?
No, how do you guys can I do magic?
No,
I don't know.
I'm sure you could if you learned.
How do you do your magic?
Oh man. Well, I mean, my magic was kind of a gift given to me, and I had the spiritual guidance to teach me how to do it. I don't know how you get magic, I guess, or how everyone else got theirs.
Who gave you the magic?
My beautiful goddess Maliki.
Who's Maliki?
She's queen of the forest.
Queen of the Forest. You see, he becomes a little bit fascinated. But when you say the Queen of the Forest, like, where is she? Can we meet her?
I've met her, but I don't see her much anymore.
Why?
Well, she helped me when I was young. Remember when I said I didn't know my mom very well?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really know my dad either. And I grew up in her world, in the forest. And she came to me when I was young and kind of took me in and helped me manage. and figure out the ways of the forest and how to survive.
Do you think she would
And
take
magic
me
helps
in?
me. I think she would take anybody in that needed her.
I spent a lot of time in the forest growing up. It's where I always went when my dad was having his fits.
That makes sense. Well, I can show you how to connect to her.
How do you do that?
We're gonna do this thing called praying. Have you ever prayed before?
No.
That's okay. What I want you to do is I want you to hold my hand, and you're gonna close your eyes, and I'm gonna close mine, and I want you to repeat after me, okay?
Okay. He takes your hands into his, and he closes his eyes and kind of like purrs his shoulder a little bit and sits straight.
I'm gonna say, "Oh, Maliki of the forest." Is he gonna rip?
Oh,
Is he gonna say it back?
Oh, Maliki of the forest!
I'm gonna nudge him a little bit.
Oh, Maliki of the forest!
Okay. Come to me with your open arms.
Come to me with your open arms. I want to get to know you.
Show me the ways of the forest.
Show me the ways of the forest.
Show me the peace that it can bring me.
Show me the peace that it can bring me.
Maliki, I reach out to you now.
Maliki, I reach out to you now.
To welcome me into your arms.
To welcome me into your arms.
Into the arms of nature.
And into arms of nature.
And I'm going to open my eyes and instruct him to open his.
Okay, he opens his eyes.
And say, all right, you may not feel anything now, but I think now would be a good time to go to sleep and let me know if anything changes, okay?
Okay. You, as you let go of Mort's hands, and you look at his eyes, and his night blue pupils shimmer with a shining green just for a moment before fading away again. You see, he kind of like leans back against the wagon, and kind of like tucks himself in sense, and drifts back to slumber.
I'm gonna pray on my own to Maliki, and just to make it quick, I'll just say, pretty much just asking her to help guide this child and help him learn more spiritually about kind of the world around him and open him up to that life.
Are you closing your eyes?
Yeah, I'm gonna close my eyes and pray to her myself.
As you close your eyes and you begin your prayer, you do feel like a nuzzle against your leg.
Oh god, I'm gonna open my eyes and...
As you look down, you see Mort readjusted himself, and now his head is laying on your lap, and he speaks out and he says, "Can you tell me more about Maliki?" As his eyes are closed, like he wants a bedtime story.
Oh my goodness, of course I can tell you more about Maliki. She used to live in another world, among other gods, and she rode a unicorn. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's like one of these horses out here, but they're also full of magic, just like we are. And they have a beautiful horn that sticks out of their head, but they look just like a horse.
That's so cool.
And she lived in a place called Faerun, where she took care of the forest. And she allowed things to grow, and all the flowers and the grass and the dirt and the trees, you see all of that, and she's created it. And she has helped nourish it in so many different worlds. And she has helped so many find their spirituality through nature.
Wow.
She's a beautiful, beautiful goddess. And she has helped me a lot through my life. And she's taught me how to survive in the forest with nature, become one with it. And that's how I got my magic.
Where's the place she was from? What'd you say it was called again?
She was from a place called Faerun.
Where is
that? And it was on another world. I don't know exactly where it was. But it's not here, and that's okay. because she can go between the worlds.
Oh.
And she can help anyone who needs it. Any living creature, even the living plants that you see. She helps them all. Is he asleep?
You see there, he's starting to breathe a little bit harder, but you kind of get a feeling like he's still awake.
Okay. Her home was destroyed when she was there a long time ago in a battle amongst other gods. But she's made it her goal to make her home in other places and to create homes for other life, like all the animals, the deer, the bugs. I love the bugs. And she has decided to continue to help other civilizations grow and thrive in the world. And her origin is a little bit of a mystery, and I'm even still continuing to learn about it on my own. She never told me much about herself when I was with her, and I wish I had asked her more. But now I'm taking it upon myself to learn about that. And, yeah.
As you're saying this, you kind
Are
of
you
like,
still there, kid?
you could glance upon the night sky and like see a couple of shooting stars and like stars shimmer, almost like it's brightening itself for you as you speak upon Maliki. And with that, you do hear what sounds like light snoring as Moore has fallen asleep.
I'm going to start like just kind of resting my hand on him and try to give him, I guess, kind of use my magic. I don't have a specific spell, but if I could try to give him some sort of warmth with that touch, I guess, and give him some sort of, I don't know, connection to spirituality, to Maliki. I guess I don't know how to do that, but I guess it'd be more of a feeling than a
You
spell.
close your eyes and you just like slowly like try to push a good energy towards Mort and hoping that he can feel it too. As the night sky fades and you slowly close your eyes and you also fall asleep. A couple of days later, as the journey continues, Corwin, everybody has taken a break on this trip and you've pulled aside the wagon. Right now, everyone's sitting around a fire. They're kind of cooking fish and just trying to get some food and eat and rest up. And the horses as well. Although you have not given yourself any rest as you've begun a journey of trying to destroy your body and rebuild it again. As you've been working out excessively, trying to train your body for what's to come. Currently, you're nearby a rock ledge where there is a gap between this rock and another rock. It's about 20 feet up, and the drop's about 20 feet between the rock you're on and the rock ahead of you. You're trying to challenge yourself to being able to leap far enough to be able to land on the other rock across the way. As you back up, you can give me any check you'd like to make it between athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah.
In the meantime, you've kind of set up a course for yourself, and this is the beginning of the course for your strength training. And you're about to begin.
Yeah. Got an 11.
Okay. You run, and as you're running across this rock, you leap, and the rock cracks beneath your foot. But you leap, and you just make it to the other side on your tippy toes. And you just cross it, and you start running down the other side of the rock towards a nearby tree, and there's a branch coming towards your face. Mentally, you know you're prepared for this, as this is a part of your course. This branch requires you to grab onto the branch with your hands, and then lift yourself up and swing over a boulder on the ground and land on the other side. Give me a athletics check.
Fuck.
3. You go to grab the branch, and as you pull yourself, the branch just snaps, and you fall on the ground, you roll over and smack into the boulder. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Oh, it felt good. I kind of push up and keep going.
You push up and keep going, and you run over to this little bucket. There's this big log in it, and you have some mud and water in there, and your plan is to turn it and get it to stir together more. So you grab onto the log and you start turning it as hard as you can. Give me a athletics check.
19.
19. You stir it really well and it becomes very muddy water. Now you challenge yourself to lift it and cross a nearby riverbank while lifting it. The river, you already know, is only about 2 feet deep. So you lift up this water bucket. Give me an athletics check. 13. You lift the bucket, and as you bounce the water in the bucket, you cross the stream. Give me a athletics check to keep your ground.
Ooh, 5.
5. The water kind of pushes against your legs too far, and you stumble, and you trip into the water and splash. And the water kind of flows over, and you get up for a moment. And you're just happy you're not dealing with fire at the moment for once. You get over across the water, and you get to the finish line, which is a pull-up bar that you kind of crafted yourself. It's 2 big logs that hold up a big branch of a tree. And you have challenged yourself to do as many pull-ups as you can. Give me an athletics check. Hey there, we hope you're enjoying this episode of Subspace D&D. Did you know we have a Discord? In our Discord, you can get a buttload of information that you might not be able just to gather on your own from watching our playthrough, such as different NPCs we've met along the way, to even the quests they've managed to gather along their journey. You can even see our roles as they happen during a playthrough. You can even check the Orunsoul glossary, where I personally, the game master of the campaign, put in all sorts of details about different locations or items or even characters we've met along the way on our journey in the campaign. There is all sorts of cool stuff in our Discord that you can check out, all sorts of details that might be able to help make the campaign more lively for you. If you want to join the Discord, the link will be down below. And if you don't want to join our Discord,
I will find you.
Alright, back to the campaign.
15.
15. You get about 15 pull-ups in before your arms give out and you fall back down to the ground. You're satisfied with the progress you make, and you have gotten stronger over the week and a half trip. During this week and a half trip, you did many courses like this to try to increase your bodily strength, so you can prepare for what's to come. Let's see, just a second. Over the course of the week and a half trip, Corwin, you've gotten a better body build. You get a +1 to strength, but you do suffer 1 exhaustion from working out so much. Your body's generally very sore right now. Ugh, my throat.
Me this morning.
Get swole.
Get you.
Okay. Let me go to the
What was the
next.
goal size of the prize?
Yes, ma'am.
Des Moines. Over the course of this trip, you've been practicing your loot as much as possible, trying to figure out new and weird ways you can cast your magic. And jealous of what Rios was able to do with his loot, you started figuring out unique ways to cast your magic. And you have learned one thing. You have been able to use your, as long as it's magically attuned to you, you can strum on a guitar string or a lute string to cast a spell. Instead of waving your hand,
Cool.
now you can strum on the actual lute itself to cast a spell instead of having to use your hands. If it wasn't already, your lute is magically attuned to you.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
That is really cool.
Okay. About another day and a half passes. You guys have all pulled aside the cart as there is a traveling merchant. It's an elderly lady, but Flanagan has taken interest into it because Mort took interest into it. As Mort jumps off the wagon, he's running over and he's like, "Guys, we gotta do this!" And it's a elderly lady, and she's advertising prophecies. And she wants to offer a prophecy to each of you on your fortunes.
Yeah.
Sure.
You all hop in line, and Mort goes up first. And he's like, "It's 1 silver piece if you would like your prophecy read." Mort kind of turns to you guys, jumping up and down. He's like, "Can I have a silver piece?"
I'm gonna lean down and give him one.
Okay. You give him a silver piece, and he gives it to her. He says, "Give me your hands, young one." And he gives his hands over to the elderly lady, and she closes her eyes. He's like, "Close your eyes." And he closes his eyes. She says, "Ooh. Ooh. Someday you will receive a wooden train of your greatest dreams. And Mort just like jumps up with glee, not knowing that she knew that was his favorite toy. She lets go, and he's overjoyed for the small amount of information he was given. And he hops aside and gets ready to let one of you go up. Who wants to go up?
I do.
Demonia, you go up. Just 1 silver piece, and I'll read your fortune.
Pass it over.
You pass over the silver piece, and she takes your hands in hers. She goes, "Close your eyes."
Reluctantly close them.
And she says, "Huh. Ooh. That's... Oh, no."
I expect
Fair
that.
enough.
I hear
sense.
music. I see music. But not the tones of melody, no. They sound like music of misery and failure. I'm so sorry. And she lets go. He's like, "If you'd like your money back, I understand."
Stop. Any more than that? Just sad music.
That's all I can see.
Just a timeline, maybe.
No.
Ballpark.
That's not really how it works.
All right.
If I get date, time, that'd be great.
Yeah, just a ballpark 6 to 12 months, 8 days.
She kind of just like shoos you aside, like she's trying to get the next customer to come up.
Wait,
Like, I can't even.
Who goes up next?
I'm gonna pat Finny on the back. Okay, there you go.
Corwin.
I lost my pen.
And she takes your hands in hers, both close your eyes, and she goes,
Sorry, they're a little scarred.
Oh my. All of you. I see. Oh no. And she says, I see chains. I see lies and deception. Betrayal amongst friends. She opens her eyes again and looks into yours. She goes, I'm so sorry.
Alright, who's betraying me?
I don't know. I feel the
It might be
anger
me.
of
I'm
betrayal.
failure.
I'll betray you from some gold.
Well, I suspect that.
Okay.
The Flanagan goes up next. Takes his hands into hers and she goes, Huh. Each of you. Oh my god. She goes, I see you standing alone. You're haunted. I see the sea, rushing water. That's it. She looks at Flanagan, and Flanagan kind of just like looks back at her, and he lets go and steps aside. Orweeb.
Orweeb is a little apprehensive. She really believes in this kind of stuff, and she's scared.
Do you choose not to go forward?
Nah, she'll go forward, but reluctantly.
Okay, you step forward, and she takes your hands into hers, and she says, I see the forests and the animals, but the roots, they're an illusion. Falsivity. That's all I see.
What does that mean?
It's for you to decipher how you want.
Okay,
She seems to be a very cryptic and poetic elderly lady.
I could tell.
I sense that.
You see Steve kind of approaches as
idea.
well. And she kneels down and she takes a paw from Steve. She goes, this one's
Wait.
free.
Takes a paw. I have a Steve stand-in. Not Steve, but looks a hell of a lot like him.
Not Steve. Hi, Dinky. Steve Jr.
I think this is Steve all the time.
Me too.
He says, I see a bright light. Bright.
Oh, no.
Almost blinding.
Don't go.
Don't follow it.
Steve, please.
Don't listen to him.
The light is
Don't listen to
the
him.
light is so bright, so blinding, it's consuming everything. He'll be the first of his kind to travel so far away. And she lets go of his paw, and she just kind of mews and walks back over to you guys.
I'm gonna pick him up and hold him.
You pick him up and you hold him in your arms.
I'm gonna look at the
Okay.
lady and be like, "Well, thanks for that." Just get
Sorry,
back
I
in
mean,
the
I
car.
can't- I'm sorry you guys have such bad vibes, but
Really boosting
That's the-
morale.
that's
Appreciate
the prophecy. She takes her cart.
Sorry,
She
guys,
starts
that's a bad vibe.
starts strolling down the
Bad
travel
vibe,
path.
Bob. Just that's us. Just let us.
I feel like we just got swindled just to be told things we already knew, and she just wanted to bring them out. The things we try to keep in our little boxes.
Yeah, she's a hoax. Get in the truck.
Yeah, we're
in the truck.
In the horse car.
Get on the
Okay.
fucking carriage.
All right.
Yeah.
It's another couple of nights later. Everyone in the wagon is asleep except for Corwin. Corwin, you grow curious about everything that's happening with you, and you pull out your special stone given to you by Zachariah. You hold it in your hands and you contemplate what you want to do next. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna hold the stone and then kind of like pull out the talisman also, and kind of look at it and see the large crack that's in it. They, oh, yeah, I should probably, and then kind of like speak into the stone, like, "Hey, Zachariah, I don't know of how this rock works, but you said speak into it and you'd be able to hear me, so I'm trying to reach out. I don't know if this is like a letter, but I need to talk to you about the talisman that has a big old crack in it. I don't know if there's a way to mend it or what this really means. If you could get back to me, that would be great. Sincerely, Corwin Attleberry."
You wait for a few moments. Corwin Attleberry? Who's that? You hear echo through the stone.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zachariah,
Said
are you in?
who?
Are you in the rock?
I'm over in the Waterfall Citadel.
Oh, do you remember the feller who was in the tavern who was having the really bad illness that you helped out with? It violent shakes, my eyes were rolling back. I'm incredibly hideous.
Oh, Corwin Attleberry.
He said, "I look horrible."
What is going on, Corwin Attleberry?
So that talisman that you gave me, because I astral walk or dream walk or something like that, and you gave me a talisman to stop that.
Yeah.
So because it's causing terrible headaches, the talisman itself is breaking. There's a large crack in it, and I recall you saying if that were to happen, that I need to go do something. I just don't remember what that was.
Oh, well, your affliction is very unique, Corwin Attleberry, and I would suggest take a trip down to the Dry Hook Tower. And there exists many wizards who have trained in the art for a long time. Once you get there, there should be somebody who could know more about your afflictions. But what the talisman is cracking because, in a sense, the curse placed upon you is related to a magic source, and when the magic source overflows, it sort of tries to break down the gate, which metaphorically is the talisman.
Oh. So, do I need to... So there's nothing really I can do. It's going to break regardless of what happens then.
Yeah, but it should take a pretty long time.
Oh, this is a large crack, mate. Like, I can get a fingernail to get into it.
I would say, as soon as there's enough cracks... I'll tell you what. You probably shouldn't have much to worry about until a piece breaks off.
Okay, alright.
If it chips at all, or you lose a part of the talisman, like let's say the corner edge kind of cracks and falls off,
Mm-hmm.
get your ass to that tower or you're gonna die.
Right. Yeah, I remember you saying it's like maybe 2 weeks I have until I die.
Yeah, once the talisman fully breaks, you got about 2 weeks. The problem is, this affliction is so powerful that it causes aneurysms inside our brains, which in
Right.
turn kills you.
Right.
Hey, look at that.
Okay. So just peace breaks. Get to the hook. Go to the dry tower. Talk to the wizards.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Rock Zachariah.
No problem, Coronado Berry, and Godspeed.
Yeah. How do I? All right, bye. How are you always going to be on this now?
Yeah, maybe.
All right. If you hear weird sounds, it's probably me screaming or something. All
Okay.
right. I'm gonna put it in my bag.
You stow it away, and you kind of
little
hear what
pager.
sounds like somebody shuffling in the wagon. And O'Flanagan kind of like opens his eyes a little bit, rubs his eyes, and he looks over to you.
And we're talking to rocks now. Whoa.
All right. I know I do weird things, but that rock was Zachariah. I know how that's.
Zach who?
That rock was Zachariah.
Zachariah was in the rock for a moment, so I could talk to him. Due to my affliction with the talisman, the big crack that's in it now. I could possibly die if the talisman breaks. It breaks, I die. I was talking to the guy who gave me talisman through a rock.
Hmm.
I might go back to bed.
That's fair.
He starts shuffling a little bit and kind of starts like getting ready to go back to bed.
Norman would understand. That's fine, but it's whatever.
Just a moment.
He said he is inside the rock. He's in there.
Zachariah is now in this rock.
He cannot explain things for shit. He's like, he's in the rock.
Yeah. I
He
don't see why
invented
this.
cell phones.
I don't know why this is complicated.
Yeah. You guys are pretty close to Bane's Rock now, and about another day has passed. You hit about a week and a half in the trip, but it is the last night before arrival into Bane's Rock.
Mhm.
You guys have kind of stopped the horses, you've unpacked, you've set up a little campfire, you're cooking some food again, resting, chatting, talking. Give me a second. As you guys are all around the campfire, you see O'Flanagan just kind of has like this little steak with a fish at the end. He's kind of cooking it on the fire. He speaks out.
I hope Bane's Rock is somewhat, fun. I could have.
Fun.
I mean, they're supposed to have great ale, so I'm pretty excited for that.
Mate, we're going to deal with children being stolen.
I know. I'm just saying. Maybe the ale part will be fun.
These people are having issues with children.
For linings, Orwin. Orwin.
How long have we been? How long have we been together? Now it's Corwin with a C or a K.
I never do that.
The C.
C or K.
It's like corn.
You even know.
As you guys are chatting, you hear what sounds like a twig crack.
No.
Hmm.
Pretty
Can I
far.
use
You're
my-
pretty central south now. You're in the Strange Lands. It's a pretty big, dense forest type deal. It's the dead of night. You hear the crickets sounding. There's a little bit of wind breeze. But for
I'm
the
in my
most part,
zone.
it's
Can I
pretty
do a
quiet.
survival check to see what that little creek in the woods was?
Yeah.
Creek in the woods.
Or do a nature check? Fuck,
Yep.
I already did the... Okay. I'll redo that as a nature check.
'Kay.
That was bad.
He said I didn't do for the roll, I promise.
That was so
23.
much better. Oh my god,
Oh.
23.
Alright. You guys see Orbweeb is looking to
Her
the
ears
forest
perked
line.
up like a fucking cat.
Orbweeb, give me an intimidation check. Or sorry, give me a charisma save, not an intimidation check.
Okay. A save?
Yeah.
But 12.
You guys see Orbweeb is frozen, like her skin has turned pale, and she's staring at the forest lines.
Fuck, what do I see?
You guys look in
Investigation?
the general direction, and you hear what sounds like a hiss, like Steve's fur is shooting up, and he's hissing back at whatever is hissing in the forest lines. O'Flanagan seems to look over, and he slowly draws his dagger, and he just goes,
Nobody make any sudden moves.
What is that?
Corwin, you guys both look, and more, it's like, what is that? And coming out of the forest lines, he's baring its fangs, goes, and it crawls out. You see multiple black tails. Its skin is dark as night. It has black pupils with purple irises. It crawls out of the forest, its claws digging into the dirt as it's crawling out like it's some kind of giant cat. A displacer beast has presented itself and is hissing at all of you. You watch as it gets closer and closer, disappears in a puff of smoke, and teleports to the left side and reappears again. Then it hisses, teleports again on the other side of the camp, hisses again, teleports again, and now there's 3 of them in front of you. And that is where the session will end.
I fucking knew it.
That has
Already had a
been
plan!
Subspace D&D. That was a pretty fun episode. All right,
That was solid.
I'll see you guys in the next episode, and until then, that's it. Later, guys.
Doodle-oodle.